Miss Salma Hayek, 53 years old. Now, she posts this picture yesterday of her wearing this turquoise bikini, and she says, yes, tomorrow I am 53. So let's address the wall with this one, clearly. Now, I will be honest here. I'll be honest, will not lie. Would I? Yes, I would. But there are factors to it, I will explain shortly. But from this image here, yes, I would, honestly. Has she hit the wall? Yes, she has, because the first time I ever saw Salma Hayek was in Dusk Till Dawn, From Dusk Till Dawn. Classic. And clearly you know what scene I am talking about, when she's dancing with the snake. Now, I remember watching this with my brother and a few friends. We were talking, watching the film, enjoying it and whatever, and as soon as she comes onto the screen, the room falls silent. Nothing but the sound of the video player in the background. Yes, we watched it on video. As Salma Hayek is grinding away with a snake wrapped around her. Now, some would say that scene was very symbolic, you know, the snake phallic symbol and her basically naked. Some would say that's a very symbolic scene, and yes, it was. It was a very hot scene, sexy scene, and you could use the Adam-Eve thing here of the seduction with the snake and all that type of nonsense, because in a sense, that's what it was. As George Clooney and Quentin Tarantino were visually seduced by Salma Hayek, this hot vampire dancing with a snake, as was I. Now, addressing this 53-year-old Salma Hayek right now, admittedly, from this picture, yes, I would. But the factors I were mentioning are, but how does she look when she's not on a beach wearing a bikini? When she's at home looking normal? Does she still look good enough then? Or does she look like a 53-year-old woman? One where you'd question, The reason for this one as well is to address the fact that it's not all women that could reach this age and still look that good. She still looks good, admittedly, but it's a sense of not all women are able to maintain long enough to still look that good in a bikini at 53. And this goes into another thing, the venom between women, the hate between women, the women on women crime, woman on woman crime, whatever. The hate women have for other women, the jealousy as well. Yes, of course, we as men are jealous as well, yeah. But back to my point, the jealousy between women, the venom. How this woman looks like this, but this one doesn't, so she gets more attention from the men. So this one hates. Some would say it's the feminism thing as well, the large scale of feminism thing, how it's the insult of attractive women, and because they are not attractive, they don't want men to lust after the attractive women, so they try to put a stop to men lusting after the attractive women, though in a sense you can't stop that anyway, they know they can't. But it's the jealousy aspect as well. Now, what do you think? Clearly we know not all 53-year-old women look that good. It's when I say as well that I do feel sorry for women, and some men say, no, fish, no, never feel sorry. And when I say it's not a sense of pity, it's more a sense of, you could say it's wrong, and it's arrogant, and misogynistic, whatever, but it's the visual aspect of how she could look so good here, then. Body so tight, you could bounce a pound coin off her butt and it would slam you in the face, knock you out cold. But then 10 years later, if you throw that same pound coin, it wouldn't come back. It would get stuck and maybe vanish. But seriously, jokes aside, I've mentioned before how is there this subconscious thing we have as men, where it's not a sense of we're aware of it, but it's how our minds almost read the age of a woman and have the understanding that this woman may not be able to produce children. Not in a sense that we may want children, but it's the subconscious thing, the human thing, the reproductive thing of your body understanding that this is a fertile woman, sort of thing. But what do you think? Do you think Miss Salma Hayek still looks hot? Would you? Honestly? Does the scenery make a difference? If you put her in another scene, would she then just look regular? And do you have a limit? Is there a certain point where you say, for instance, you're a 40-year-old man, you wouldn't date a 40-year-old woman? I should not laugh. I laugh too much, admittedly, I laugh too much. But at the same time, we should laugh. Not everything should be taken so seriously. We as men have many faults as well. Many things happen to us as well. Things don't always go our way as well. Just the way things work, it is what it is. But as always, focus, observe, remember, the world is yours. Have a nice day.